So hey there guys, before the video begins I have few important things to say, but when you try to do something important the biggest animal comes and like love me, hug me. So we're both, hey, show them your face, look at that pretty animal. He's like super awesome, just look at that. You feel the fluffiness? I do. So anyways, the thing is, uh, yesterday, where's the extinguisher? I use it to know when. Yeah, that's the maybe even. So yesterday I recorded the reaction to episode 10 and the longest discussion, uh, and I've sent it to my friend, the one of those who suggested me to watch the show and who's helping me, by the way, with all the comments moderation. And he basically has like an early access version, because I do pile up a few videos just in case I'm gonna lose. I am not gonna be able to record the video at some point, so I just have a little bit of those prepared. And so he yesterday I gave him and went like sleep, and the next day he today he calls me and says like, "Oh, my cat is leaving," and says like, "Man, some people gonna be triggered by your discussion," and I'm like, "What? Why?" And we spoke, but he ended up not telling me that. He just said like that might be the thing. So, and I don't know. The later the day I rewatched the whole 1 hour of the discussion. I've really tried to understand what the hell, but well, it is long, right? But and there's one moment when I was trying to find some words and I was not being able to do that, and I just sweared a bit on my in my language. But I don't think you all even like noticed it. Maybe, who knows? I've saw the statistics, um, the YouTube statistics. The people who watch the show, the reaction, there are no people from my country. There are like, the first place is Japanese people, like konnichiwa. Then the United States and Germany and France and Italy, maybe some other countries, but just there are like few. There was like one woman or something. So yeah, that was a quite funny thing. So what was why was I even saying that? Oh, so I don't know how my video might offend people. My friend just told me that it just might trigger a fan or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave the discussion, because at least in the end there's a very important development. You might watch the reactions, but you're not gonna understand why am I thinking that or not that, because there was a crazy development in the end. Uh, so I'm gonna leave the discussion. It's going to start just after that video. I'll have to re-edit it again. So thanks very much, my friend, for that. But I'm just be aware that there's something there that might somehow do something. I don't want that, and I was not trying to hurt people and something. So excuse me please if it's somehow. Oh, and be advised though that there will be few moments in the discussion and in the reaction as well where I my microphone did not wasn't being able to react to my emotional, like, I was calling the name of the Captain Fellman, that idiot, mega idiot, and I was like, Fellman, scrying, like, scrying, screaming and stuff. So be advised, do not watch the episode with high volumes, please. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm not gonna be spending more time. I'm prepared to watch the next episode. I'm almost prepared. It's kind of downloading. So yeah, excuse me if something's wrong. I don't know. maybe just don't watch. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah. Anyways, enjoy the reaction. That was, by the way, crazy episode. Like one of the probably the best episode because there was so much everything in it. And yeah, you're just watch now. You're gonna just watch the video I've recorded yesterday, and you're gonna see another like, hey guys, don't even. So yeah, have fun and see you soon. So hey guys, I just watched episode 10, season 1, Attack on Titan, my anniversary episode. That was an amazing episode. Even though not much happened, it still was wow. So the link is in the description. Go watch the thing and come back here if you want to hear the discussion. The discussion, by the way, starts right now. And man, I need help of, I need to watch scene by scene because basically almost nothing happened like the bright stuff, like different stuff. There were like speaking and speaking, speaking. I'll try to remember without it at first. So we started with the Titan being there. Oh no, we started with the guy with pretty ugly face. I've noticed him in the episode 3, I think. Hey, he was not young at all. He's like, psh. I'm doing a lot of psh, by the way, in this video, so bear with me. I'm gonna try to not do that. What was so there, and Marco tried to reason him, to calm him, because it's hard. We know everyone's not like, everyone's having a bad time, but your life and you're warrior. God damn it, you've enlisted in the training corps, and even our girl Sasha was like, he was like an ill cat. You know, when cats are ill, they don't eat, they don't drink, they just sit there with a sad face, and she was basically like that. There was like a full plate of buns of bread, and she was not eating that. If the previous Sasha would be either the all those buns be like inside her mouth, or they were like somewhere in her clothes. So that's food. That's just like there. You're gonna get that. So yeah, they were feeling bad, and there were a lot of wounded people. John was thinking about that they didn't tell anyone about Aaron, and how they should deal with that. And then the explosion happened. The gun, they shoot the cannon in at Aaron and Mikasa and Armin. And everyone's like, "Whoa, the Titans! They're shooting at Titans, and they have, those idiots should have shot at the Titans, not goddamn people." Just so that man, that commander or whoever he is, maybe told they told who he was, but I was so emotional, and I don't even want to know. That man, I hope he's not gonna appear like anywhere, nowhere. So they shoot. Everyone's like, whoa, 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 and I think there was like Jean and Reiner. They all like response. The episode is a response, by the way, and they were all like, what just happened? And they jumped to see because they understood. Like, that's the scene. Reiner's like, he's looking at. He's looking there, and his face is like, he understands that those bastards might probably shoot at Aaron, because Reiner knows with like a few people that he was damaged, and they all jump. He's like, it was hard to breathe even. He was like very, very scared. And then we see the scene inside the Titan. I'm gonna rewatch that. So that's chunks of meat, and the burning. The really interesting thing is that everything is burning around, because there was like steam everywhere, and even like at the wall there were like green something, some grass or whatever, and it was at it got caught in fire. But the where Armin and Mikasa were, there was no at all, nothing. So no damage inside to the people who was inside. No, because Mikasa and Armin, they would burn, maybe not completely burn, but get some burns. So it's a very interesting detail. I don't know how it works, but that Armin's face was like, and they all got there and they see it. So that John, Annie, Rainer, and Bertolt, they're all here. Basically, all the people who saw him, right? Yeah, that's all. That's all. There's 7 people, including Eren, right? Yeah. What the hell is going on here? You're shooting your friend. And that thing, it's not formed the piece of meat and the half of an arm. And Eren said, by the way, that he kinda made it like that. He made it to stop the bullet. Right? So it was like he wrote the script basically and pressed the like run button, and the thing just appeared and catched the bullet, and then like mission complete. I'll be whatever the Arnold said in the scene. And yeah, there's inside the like grass and flowers. Everything's fine. They're fine. And the where the bones are, they're like rubble and smoke, and here's the flowers. So, but and it was moving. Even in that state, it was partly Philman. That guy is Captain Philman. Captain goddamn Philman. So it was moving, it had some muscles to move. It had an eye, a very, very small eye. But it was not made for to be. The eye started twitching, and Eren. So the looks like Eren's mind is basically inside the Titan. So Eren is like with closed eyes, but his eyes are twitching. But the thing, it looks, and it's like mind transfer. And then he opens eyes, and the thing just like, oh, it just loses control, and Eren is inside. He lies on the bone. The basically, I think that's the spine bone, and there's like meat everywhere. It's in his face, everywhere. So it's, how does that fucking thing works? It's kind of like a mech, the biological mech. He's like twitching. And it's very, it's kind of glued to him, or it's like part of him. It moves. The fucking thing like moves like some sea creature or alien. They show you in some movies like the slimy, squishy, disturbing looking. Though when he, when he removed the arm, there were no any traces of it being like fused with him. So he's kind of like glued. more likely. And the thing is, like, just looks like that. So when Aaron's there, it's working. When Aaron's out, it's like he just removes the AI out of it. And this is so scary looking. And he's like, what was that? He's in the back. That was Armin. Man, I'm gonna discuss like in half an hour. Just I'm basically rewatching the thing, so that's I don't think that's very funny for you, but that's just so interesting. The flowers and the people inside are like feeling great. We're inside a Titan, that skeleton, yes. Aaron protected us. So Mikasa just like, don't worry, man. And as soon as Mikasa said like Aaron's protecting us in Armin, it was like, yeah, right. Then he saw flowers inside here. So it does not damage. It's kind of like creates like another reality or something. Maybe not reality, but the space itself. Because, you know, outside is one thing, but inside is another. They would burn. The flowers at least would be something with them. But no, they're okay. And outside there's like fire. And it started destroying itself. Mikasa's eyes. It just burns itself. So as soon as Aaron got out, it started to rot. Man, just like a Titan. So the Titans. I saw that they like kind of rotting, and I don't know. The most rotten Titan I saw was the one in the episode 7 when Aaron inside the Titan, you know, stomped him. Basically the first Titan who died. At least no, that wasn't the first who died from Aaron. That was at least third we know, but that was the first who we saw died. And it was like only skeleton of the thing, so no meat, no nothing. But so how are they rotting like completely, or are they like dinosaurs in the earth, like they leave the fossils and stuff? I mean, I'm not saying that I'm saying a bit weird now. They are not leaving fossils like million years. The bones, are they staying there or not? And everyone's like, what was I trying to say though? Something about father, I think. I wanted to say something about father. So the father is not a bad man, or maybe I saw that. I said that. I think I said that. I remember one thing out of two, but man, shit. I knew I'm gonna forget that. So he kept the secret. I mean, his father definitely had reasons. Sorry for shaking the camera, man. It's shaking so hard. Excuse me. His father definitely had reasons to not tell stuff. Maybe he was hiding. There was information that is not something you should say, or he was waiting for something. Why? Man, the show is like, it's like a book. It's like a book, and you open the first page, and it says That's that, basically, the answer. And then like the whole page of questions. And you're like, alright. You get the book and you have like one question out of the one answer out of the one of the previous questions, and you're like, great. And there's like another bunch of other questions. It's crazy. I don't think I'm gonna be able, even though you're all being like in the previous videos, comments being like supportive and stuff. That yeah, man, you're trying to notice stuff and you're getting something right, but that's I'm not an a seer, or how it's called. I just cannot predict like that good, or I would be like a rich, very rich, and my camera would be like super good. It's mankind's yeah. So something is very important is locked in the basement. Some information about Titans, I think, or maybe the more of those syringes, the liquid, who you can who who can who can be used to make more titans, to fight other titans. Maybe his father was like a rebel from the part, the probable other the other people who I think might be somewhere and who are made titans for some reason to kill these people. And the father was like working with them, and for some reason he decided to run. Though how you gonna run? But this is just a theory. Maybe he teleported like a red titan, because we don't know about that. That works. Either way, like the red titan just teleported and teleported back. But you know what's interesting? Why doesn't the red titan teleported inside the walls? I've got goosebumps. Are walls having some barriers? Because if I'd be a general, or playing like a game where I can use something huge monster that can slowly destroy the city, I'd probably and if I had an ability to teleport it anywhere, I'd teleport it in the most valuable for my opponent's places, so he can just appear there, destroy everything there, and just disappear or something like that. Why the red titan wasn't teleporting inside the wall? So they can't break the walls, they only can break the gates, and they cannot. I mean, the armored titan was inside the walls, but he's not teleporting like a red titan. That's like, as I've said, like even more questions just raised. Those are facts. If this show is as good as people say, is it's like super thought out? Oh, I remembered what I wanted to say. One of the things, by the way, I was wanting to say 3, I suppose. Maybe 3, maybe 2. I remember 2 at least. So, well, I forgot what I wanted to say right now, though. What was I saying? Fuck. Anyways, screw that all. I'm gonna get back to the. Oh, if the show is as good written, as deep, and the plot is that good, then those details are not like something they just drop just for nothing. That the reason it was not teleporting inside the town, the reason why Aaron needs the key, the reason that Titan inside the Titan is kind of like outside is one thing, inside is another thing. It's just, I mean, I can understand that because there happens an explosion, and in the center of the explosion, nothing basically happens because it's just a center. Center just starts there. The damage it's spreading. So the center is like the storm. So in the center of the storm, it's like nice, kind of nice, but you see that like whoa, stuff happens. So maybe it works like that. But that's definitely, even Armin noticed that there are flowers inside. Nothing happened. Like the biggest piece of Titan just appeared, and flowers was like, doo, where's the sun? So yes, Titan started breaking, and Aaron said that he's gonna leave the place to like run anywhere. That was the first plan of his, and Mikasa said, "What? I unconsciously focused on blocking the cannon. Unconsciously focused, so he doesn't know how to use it, but he's using it just by thinking how to use it. That's why the body had no other function and easily fell apart. That's interesting. What if he, you know, gives an order to become the very big thing? Can he like regulate all that? That ability is not like something very, it's not like I have superpowers. It's like, no, I have like a Titan thing, I can do that, I can do this, I can like create stuff, I can stop bullets. I can shoot, maybe he can shoot bullets out of the body. Just like, maybe not bullets, but bones. Maybe he can create Titan with weapons, like the Wolverine. That would be like, the thing is scary right away, right? But if it had even more upgrades, then damn, Aaron's gonna be like a monster. So he wanted to run away anywhere because, well, that was a very bad situation. So you should do something. And Aaron is like, yeah, time to run away. But he had another idea. That's stronger. So he had blood from the nose, by the way. So I don't know if it was from anger. I think they said that there was. He kicked the Titans. Yes, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Your nose is bleeding. You're looking pale. Yeah, so he's not looking good after the. It's clearly taking it off. But Terrence doesn't care. This is gonna murder all the Titans. So the thing is stressful for the body, and that's pretty understandable. The guy just it's for me like past like few days, but for him it'd been like, I don't know, maybe half an hour since he lost an arm, lost a leg, killed like few dozen Titans, appeared out of it, was out, was unconscious. Then that happens, and then it makes another Titan, and it breaks. So it's very stressful. That's for sure for a little body of a man. So they start. Oh, and the funny thing I wanted to say that you can notice that when you rewatch it. Oh, then let's watch the the special heat produced on. So they have some yeast, not yeast. As far as I understand, that's like a food type of. So they have some special yeast. Does it make them mutate? Let's me yeast. Let's me learn the word. Yeast. Oh, that's the thing that beer they make beer out of it. I don't know why it's so important, but they have some very interesting yeast. If that's how you pronounce it. And the yeast built in storage in order to supply the stock or the supply for the recapture. Oh, so they're saving. They're saving. So even the population gets more, I mean, they're optimistic. That's good. They're preparing. That's very good. It's not smart to, to conquer the land and then like, oh shit, how are we gonna live on that land? You have to be prepared to, to live there, to sustain people and stuff. So that's nice. The first time the government does something smart. And here's the thing, Armin was remembering again that he was like useless, but we know that he was not useless in the end. Let me hear. You have to hear that to appreciate. Where was that? Where was that? No, it was before the yeet. Or not? God damn, where was that? Oh, there's this. Like, if you watch the episode, just the episode, not my reaction. That's the place at 10 minutes and 19 seconds. You can see Armin saying, "There's no sign of the garrison planning to launch close quarters attacks just yet," or it was Aaron saying, "No, don't care, no." And you can hear on the back, in the in your headphones, that there are Aaron and Mikasa arguing, and it sounds like they're in the other. They're not in the street. They're like in the room. So I suppose they voice actors, they just recorded it. Like said, like the guy who voiced Armin, he said to him like, "You do your speech," and said to those other two like, "And you go do argue about something." And that sounds so awesome in a way. It's not like super professionally made, because you have to, you hear that they're in the room. Especially Aaron, like I can hear the echo. But that's just awesome. I just felt like I just was there at that moment in the bright country of Japan with those awesome people who did like the voice acting of the god level. I mean, Armin did great voice acting, and man, I still haven't even spoke about the whole speech. I was like so impressed. And Mikasa did great voice acting with crying, like heartbreaking crying. Aaron's always like emotional and stuff. I never heard. Oh no, he like the first episode he was also crying, and so yeah, they're all three of them are great. So, and Armin leaves the moment, just tries to. He's depressed that he thinks that he's useless and he's not strong, but that's not your strain is not in the body. Your strain is in the head and your your other qualities. And as they've said, Armin helped Eren and Mikasa during the Shiganshina in the year Hypyaku something, in the year 845. Hypyaku, I almost remember that. Uh, Hypyaku Gonjun. Anyways, he said to Hannes that, man, they're like there at their house, and Hannes appeared, and basically Hannes saved them. Maybe they would run. I mean, they wouldn't run away. They would never ever left would leave Carl there. I'm just guarantee you that they would die with that woman, or like try do anything they can. And then Aaron says like, man, just, you know, you're the man and I trust you, you're my friend. And he was like his Aaron's first friend. We knew that in episode 6, before Aaron met Mikasa. Grisha mentions that if Armin is Aaron has only one friend, so they were very close, and they're both saying that yes, man, this is a super long discussion again, just the fucking frame by frame basically discussion. So yeah, they tell that and Aaron understands, by the way, that there are two ways out of this situation. The way of Aaron, like run away and scream, like fight, fight, that might end up bad, and the way of smart people, the way of Armin. So he says that it's better for me to not run away and become like a basically bandit, but to stay here and to try to explain to those people that you should use me. I'm ready to help you all. I'm like a weapon. I'm like a biological weapon, but the way the biological weapon, like a very dangerous one. And I don't know about how controllable weapon is he, but he's very powerful. And he showed that he killed like dozens of titans without even being like, he's basically first transforming, and he looks like he don't remember that. Though if he don't remembers that, then maybe the thing kind of controls itself in a way. Not Aaron might be not fully controlling it, though it did not attack any people, just protecting them and just attacking titans. So yeah. And Armin just like realized everything. He was like super confident. That walk, that like man, I would like to walk like that every day, you know, to the workplace, because you're like and he's like, I'm ready to crush. And he did the guy almost shot him, by the way, that face of that guy. I'm gonna rewatch the whole thing. I'm just sorry, but because that was so awesome that I think some information just slipped. I'm rewatching it. So Armin, like, hands up. The idiot still. I'm not gonna comment. He's not Neme. I'm still commenting. He's shared the information. That motherfucker. Oh, that's what I wanted. I stopped the thing. Armin says that the guy, the flip rep, says that he should. How did he say that? He should give a proof of Aaron being not like a danger or something. But there's a law, at least in my country, and I think in other countries, there's a. How is on English? Let me be smart. My English is very hard for you all. I'm just. Presumption is like, yeah, and the thing. Presumption of innocence. Now it's super easy. There's a presumption of innocence. So you do not have to tell people I am innocent. You're innocent you're like, they have to prove that you're not innocent. And the guy says the proof you're innocent. He's like there, he's not eating you. He's sitting there with his friends, his girl and his boy. He's not. I mean, he said, "I'm gonna kill you all," but there was just he was not out of it. And he said like I'm human and all that. So you don't have to say anything. I'm innocent and shut up and go to hell. Try me. Try to say that I am not innocent. Show me where I like murdered someone. He only killed. I mean, he killed few people, but that's not the case here. Okay, let's. Where's the video? Let's continue watching the. There's no need to prove. And people saw him. So he said there were many people who saw him in action. But I only saw like 5 people with binoculars. But he said like many people saw him. Yeah, and Titans were attacking Eren. For some reason, so they see that he's not normal. Saw him as a target of predation. Even not just the target, but the target of predation. They wanted to eat, to consume him. Just like the rest of mankind. The fact cannot be denied. Man, Armin gives everything he can. The music. He has and the funny thing, you know, the people, they're like so easily like, oh yeah, he's right, he's right. The one be like, no 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 no, oh he's right, yeah yeah. The other will be like, me, oh no, he's right. Like, me. Humanity is, it's ridiculous, and it's like in our world as well. There are different opinions, and there are good opinions. There are some silly and stupid opinions, but there are good opinions in each way, you know, in each in each well, what's the word? I don't even know how to say that here. The each side. How can I not remember that? Each side has his own good opinion, and you can be like somewhere in the middle, and you're like, yes, they're right, but then you're thinking like, but they're right too, and that's like everywhere. And those people are like so easily manipulated. Like Armin says, yeah, the Eren's just a good guy, and they're like, he's right. And then the idiot started screaming something about. At first I thought he's like, hey, he can't be redeemed, but no, he just done as a human for me. Prepared to attack. He didn't even. Don't be fooled by his clever tricks. Their actions have always been beyond their comprehension. It must be possible for them to imitate. So he's just delusional. He's just like paranoid, basically. I mean, I kind of understand the guy a bit. And people are like, yeah, sure, let's kill them. What the hell? Why we're like hearing them? They're monsters, that's for sure. Especially the girl, you know, the pretty girl. And the man just almost gave you all his soul. Oh, he didn't give it yet. He's gonna give it right now. When he sees Eren and Mikasa be like, continue, bruh. Continue, bruh. And then the music. The bam. Man, Armin, just that's I cannot discuss that. I was watching it and I couldn't say nothing. He's just this man. The way he speaks, the way he finds words. My arm is like the goosebumps, like they're like rocks. That speech was like an whole action movie with the music, with the camera and the faces and the god, the everything. And that was basically like every other sane human being be like, man, I was so stupid, you're so right. But the captain fell, man. He's not a normal human being. We know that. He's like the monkey. Even the monkey would be smarter than him. Should consider he's just don't think about nothing. And then thankfully, the bold, funny grandpa appears, Commander Dotto Pixies. Though it's called Dot, but they call him Dotto. I guess it's a Japanese thing. And he says something like about the salute. Where he said that? Pixies. To the brilliance of that salute, Armin, man, he stands like, oh, so that soldier. They should build a goddamn statue of him, monumental. Like that's just the most patriotic thing you can even imagine, and everyone's be like that. I swear to God, Armin, you're the boss, the such a boss. And then the whole thing with Pixie, they explained that there were waiting titans there because like they attacked the first time from that part, and they're just moving forward the same direction. Though that was not very smart of them, but I guess they have some reason for that. And we saw the Pixies, who was like a very, very nice man. And he wanted something about Titan woman. Yeah, I wouldn't mind being devoured, yeah, if there's a beautiful female. I mean, I saw some boobs, but I'm not sure if it was a beautiful female, though. And the music when he was on the wall, ta ta la ta 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 ta, the chorus, beautiful. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there was one Titan. I know him. He ate the guy. The one Titan that was just exactly like the guy he ate. You can watch that thing. He's like, man, they're so ugly if you stop the frame. You can see the animators be like, yeah, nobody's gonna notice that, but I'm noticing those faces. I'm not gonna sleep well tonight. So yeah, Pixies, and they somehow gave that idiot Flip, however his name is, to command the defense and the other soldiers, the support group or something like that. And when they saw him, they were like demotivated because he's no leader in any way. He's just screaming, not even angry, just stupid screaming. Unfortunately, I don't have enough words right now. I do know them and just slip my mind. He's not a leader. He's not a commander. He's just very. I don't like him. And the Pixies guy, he knows stuff. He understands. He's a strategic. So he commands the whole basically garrison thing. the whole districts, or it was just like south districts, something like that, or maybe there was whole. I think it was south. Dotopixis, and the southern territories, including Trost. So he's not a hugely important person, but he is a very important person. He's in charge of all in charge of all territories. It means all walls, the wall Maria that is now RIP, and the Rose, and the inside wall like Sina. So he commands like basically the whole part of the world. So he's a man and drinks, and he asks Armin like how is that, was that true about what you've been saying about using Aaron to somehow manage to stop the Titan invasion, because it's happening. The Shiganshina district is damaged, but they just have to protect themselves from the. It's not that important to deal with the inside of the whole. It's important to not give the Titans, that armored Titans. Maybe they have more Titans. We don't know. I don't know. You maybe know. Don't give them an opportunity to deal another hole. But Armin says like we can use Aaron to use boulder, the big as boulder, and to push it into the wall. But I think Titans there, they can just break it again. They can break it, no problem. And Pixis says to Aaron like, "Yep, can you do that?" And Aaron's like, "I'm not sure." And he's like, "No, that was not the right question. Like, are you gonna do that or not? Will you do it or not? Which is it?" So it's just it's yes or no. No, maybe. No, I don't know. Nothing. It's just Army man. He was burned with in the uniform. Man, Pixis is the man. And he looks back and shows Aaron like, look, like the 2/3 of territory, maybe even less, because the outside wall was the most part. So like almost half of the territory maybe lost, even more than so. And Aaron's like, I'm gonna do that. The eyes, the blue for some reason, again eyes. I guess that's like the lighting thing, because he says green eyes, but sometimes he says blue eyes. But those are like with anger, when the same eyes basically we saw when he was going to murder people who was not nice to Mikasa. And to be continued. And the screen basically shows nothing new from the discussion. It's just the same thing. I think we can see a bit more of a Titan, but I'm not sure. It's to be continued screen. You know what? What's about the intro screen? Does it have something? I remember it's kind of similar in a way. Yeah, it has something. It's harder to see though. There's a wall that is some kind that looks like a wall, and there's another wall and in the right side, and the left side just like that's the same picture. The building, I remember the building on the left side, the coast. So people, that's basically it. The wall, it doesn't look round, but that's a huge wall. And there's another wall. So the one continent had no walls, had buildings, so it had people there, had Titans there, had guns. They were at war. They were So they were fighting, and then they left, and the ships arrived at the other land. There's no Titans here, no Titans at all, nothing. It's very hard to see what's there. Maybe there are some people, maybe there's not. There's kind of that. Yeah, it looks like there are trees and peoples, and they're doing some gardening or whatever. And the wall, there's like one wall and there's another wall in there. So is that like the real thing? So we live on the other continent out of the place where Titans came? That's so interesting. Man, I was missing so much of those. That was just like here. I wonder if it was in the first episode. They just basically show you in the first episode, like, here's the world, and you're like being half of a show. You're like, how? There's how. There was something. The war. And they don't, and the outside world, the speaking of the book and all that, they were prohibited out of, they were not able to speak. People were don't speak about the outside world for some reason, but the book told the Armin's book there was like oceans and like sand. So the world is there, and they something like cataclysmic event. Maybe some cataclysmic event happened, or maybe like that's an alien invasion because the Titan inside of a Titan was kind of moving like a living organism. Maybe it's not alien, just genetic, biological thing. But something really bad happened, and no one's speaking about that. And it started happening again. So the Titans now here. I mean, if I recall it correctly, there were some Titans around the walls, so they were there. It's just the big red thing appeared and kicked the wall out, the gate. So it took our enemies to create that big red Colossus Titan to finally start in an invasion. Man, I'm super. You can theorize for like 24 hours and just stay at the same place. I think. How much is this discussion? It's almost an hour. Jesus, so 5 gigabytes of a video. So guys, if you watched the whole thing, I don't know, my hair is messed up. You're like, I have no words. I'm sorry it took me like almost an hour of my life and your life to say that, and basically half, even more than half of the discussion was basically nothing, just me looking at the episode basically again, almost the entire episode, like almost frame by frame, and that thing with this episode was just like overwhelmed with details. The whole episode and the ending and the beginning screen, how the hell am I was not noticing them? Though they're so subtle, or what's the word? Like it's hard to notice them. But anyways, if you watched the whole thing, then man, I'm impressed. And I hope I was not saying too much of a stupid things, because there was like basically mumbling about. Uh, Man, I'm tired. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched the whole thing, like, yo. See you in the next episode. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't even care. I just wanna watch it. I just wanna watch and know, because they're gonna use. Finally, they're gonna use Aaron. Um, so yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you, mans. I'm so tired. So thank you, people, for watching it. See you in the next video and have a great day. Goodbye.